Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing flip throughs for you guys of the most requested curriculum flip throughs from you guys after sharing my curriculum choices for the 2021-2022 homeschool year. So I asked you guys too, if you wanted an in-depth flip through of something, to leave me a comment on all of those curriculum videos. So after the fact, I went through and looked at them to see which things were requested the most. So in this video, I am going to be showing you guys a look at Wise+, the maps and geography book that goes along with our missionary stories. I'm looking over at it, and the Logic course from Master Books. Those were the three pieces of curriculum that were most requested. I, of course, cannot do an in-depth flip through of every single piece of curriculum my 4 kids are using. That would just be way too much, and quite honestly, I have probably shown the inside of it in other videos, so I will link my homeschool curriculum playlist down below. So if there's something that you're like, ooh, I wish I could see what that looks like on the inside, check out that playlist because maybe it'll be there. I'm not guaranteeing it, but maybe it will be there. But today in this video, that is what we are going to be doing. I am going to bring you guys over to my table and open up each of those things and talk with you and show you and answer some of the questions I've seen coming in about these curriculums, so that way you can get a better idea of if it's something that you'd be interested in using in your homeschool. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoy curriculum review videos right now, but that is what we are going to be looking at today. I wanted to do a little intro, so let us jump into the in-depth look at curriculum. So first up, we have the Maps of the World book. This goes along with the YWAM Christian Heroes Then and Now missionary stories that I have talked with you guys at length about. I found this on their website, so I'll link to it down below. This is something that we are going to be using in our homeschool as a part of our morning basket, just as a little additional geography touch point. My kids really enjoy maps and geography and things like that, and so I thought that this would be fun. So when you open it up, you can see the table of contents. We have the world, North America, South America, Africa. It goes all through Europe. We have Asia, Australia, Oceania, Antarctica, and the Arctic. So there's the little introduction. Now the first section is on the world. So basically there's a map of the entire world right there, and then this says, gather these facts about the Earth's physical geography, filling in the blanks, and then map it, and it gives instructions. So there's another one here, current population, life expectancy. So it covers lots of different things. So we have North America, the same thing. It goes through all of these different geographical pieces of information. And then over here, it goes about the rivers, mountain ranges, deserts, just learning about North America, all different, Canada, all the different things. So I just really like this for additional pieces, like goes into all the individual countries you can see here. As I was saying, I just like this for an extra touch point on something geography in our homeschool. I think my kids will like it, and it will just be fun. So obviously this is a pretty large book. I will not be finishing this book completely this year. What I plan to do is, wherever our missionary story is taking place, I plan to use the maps that go along with that. So for example, our first one of the year, he's a missionary in India, so that is where I will be pulling the maps, and we'll just work through it as we read the book. So that's kind of my plan for this, and then I will save it and use it again next year. This is definitely something that you could have in your homeschool and use it year after year. It's obviously not an entire curriculum because you do have to find the information yourself, but I just found this workbook to be helpful. So that is the first thing you guys wanted to see, and I hope that that helps you get a better idea of what it looks like and how we plan to use it. Next up, we have Wise+. I only grabbed 3. I have book 3, book 6, and book 8. I forgot book 9 in the other room, but it's basically the same thing. It's obviously just different words for each level. So this is something that I get asked a million times over why I use it. I use this because I like the extra vocabulary practice, and I like that my kids can do it completely on their own. That's why I use it. It's just a supplement. It's not a whole language arts program, and I don't use it because I think other programs are lacking. I just use it because I like them having things they can do on their own. So they are numbered by level. And another thing I get asked a ton, because I told you guys I was going to answer questions as I did these flip throughs, is do I buy the teacher's guide? No, I do not. You know, it's very self-explanatory, which you will see here. So I do not feel the teacher's guides are necessary. I can definitely tell when a word has been used correctly or incorrectly. So they give you instructions on how to use Wise+. You can follow it to a T, or you can do what you want with it. So every section has a word list, and it has all the definitions and the parts of speech. Now this is a level 3, so I'll show you the comparison to level 8 after, because like this word list has about 6-7 words on it. You'll see that the higher levels have much more. And then they have all these little different activities. So here, this one is words and their meanings. So circle the letter to that has the same meaning. Very self-explanatory. Same meaning. And then this one is replace each phrase in bold with a single word from the word list. So they would look down at their word list. I love that it has that there so they don't have to flip back and forth, and find what word means that and write it there. Then they have circle the letter with the correct answer. There's vocabulary and context in Wise+, and so they read through it and they get to see the words used in sentences. There's some fun facts down here. Then we have the discussion and the writing prompts right here. And then they get another word list. So in the level 3 book, it looks like there's about 15 different word lists. And there's fun crossword puzzles towards the back. And you can see all the words here. So there's all the Wise levels. It starts very young, book 2 through book 12, and we love it. So that is level 3. Now just to give you a comparison, I have level 6 right here for my other child, but here's 8. So you can see. So this one has 20 different sections, so definitely more sections. And it talks about how well do you know a word, so it's like a greater understanding of what vocabulary even means. And then here is their lesson 1. So they have many more words in one lesson, about double the words. And the activity sections are obviously longer for the grade level, but they use the same concepts and basically the same thing. So similar meanings. Here's their, vocabulary and context section. So the levels, the words just get more difficult, the lists get longer, the activities get a little bit, more difficult, but it's still something that your kids can do 1 or 2 pages a day in, and I feel like that's definitely beneficial. So that is a look at Wise+, and all the other levels will be very similar. So I just wanted to show you level 3 and level 8 so you could see the variation there. So the last piece of curriculum that was most requested to see a flip through of was this introduction to Logic course, Informal Fallacies by Jason Lysel. I ordered this from Master Books. So this says 8th grade through 10th grade philosophy. The teacher's guide includes weekly lesson schedule, student worksheets, quizzes and tests, and answer keys. So that was definitely something I wanted to have the teacher's guide for, obviously. I did purchase 2 workbooks so that each of my kids doing this as their elective has their own workbook. So let's take a look at the inside of the workbook first. So here is the table of contents. It gives you an idea of what is going to be talked about in this course. Logic, Christian worldview, biblical basis, laws of logic, definitions, informal logical fallacies. Like, it just goes super in depth into all the different ones. There's a total of 38 chapters. So basically, chapter 1, they would read this and discuss it with you. This is obviously a discussional course, which was another reason why I wanted to do it. I want to continue to have my older kids' education be something that I am partaking in with them and we're learning together. It has, you know, the key terms, and that is just a chapter. So a chapter, it was just a couple of pages for chapter 1 where they would read it, and then there's scripture examples, and then we're on to chapter 2, and it looks like chapter 2 is again just a couple of pages. So don't let the amount of chapters scare you. They are just a couple of pages. So your kids will definitely read that and then discuss it with you. And then the teacher's guide is something, it says 100% guarantee for a faith grower. So I loved that. So it tells you right here that the course is approximately 30 to 45 minutes a lesson, 5 days a week if you use it the way they say. It includes all of that stuff there. And so it tells you if you want to follow their schedule right here, day 1, what to do, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and then there's a spot to put the grade, and if you do it that way. I don't know that I'll follow it to a T, but either way. And then it tells you right here, so this is the chapter 1 worksheet. So I obviously will just make a photocopy for each of my kids. And so it tells you right at the top what it is, so that's nice to be able to keep track of things, and then they get to answer these questions. So you could have them write it, you could discuss it, and then there's a backside to it, and then that's the next chapter in the next days. So this could be something that's all conversational, or it could be something that you have them write, or it could be something a little bit of both, and that's probably the way that we will do it, is a combination of both. So you definitely need the teacher's guide, and you could probably get away with 1 book if your kids don't mind sharing. My kids like having their own books, so that is what we did there. So that is a look at Logic, just really digging into being able to defend faith, and not even just faith, but understanding why something is, and spotting arguments and distractions, and I just couldn't think of a better time to make sure my kids understand this. And so yes, very, very excited about that. That is going to be it for these flip throughs, you guys. I hope you found them helpful, just being able to see a little peek inside the curriculum. These were the most requested ones. I'm really sorry that I can't do all of them, but I hope that if this was your request that you found it helpful. Let me know if you did down below, or if you have any more questions. I will link where I purchased all of this curriculum down below for you guys as well. I'm sure you can potentially find it other places, but I'll put where I purchased mine. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up before you go, and I will see you all in my next video really soon. Bye guys.